Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of our Christmas leftovers. We're going to start the episode off with a little co-op with this random guy who summoned me here. Realize we're kind of getting a little late into January, but still got a couple of leftovers to go over. Leftovers leftover. When I do co-op here, I always take this path to intercept the hollow, this guy right here that I'm backstabbing, so that he can't close the gate. And that was close, because we don't want to have to go down there with those hollows. That is just a tremendous waste of time. Let's just get it done. And Piggy pissed me off for the last time, so I give him a old shotgun salute there right to his fat ass. I tend to miss a lot of parries. I hold block a lot of the time when I hit the parry button. So if I get hit and the parry didn't register, I will parry after I have successfully blocked the attack. This was a really good team effort by the Channeler and the Baronique Knight there. I gotta give it to them. But unfortunately, that just pissed me off, so fuck you, Baronique Knight. Get out of here. You're fired.
Alright, yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you, please?
And I don't know what it is, like when I do co-op with people, a lot of the time my parries go through the PvE. And this guy's just whacking away, having a good time. My first couple of parries go through the PvE, and I don't know what is up with that. It takes a couple of tries to get a parry to actually land. So I think that's just like a online connection thing. This guy's gonna croak. I find firebombs are really, really effective here. This is my Defenda character, who is happy to make use of dexterity weapons like the Gold Tracer. I've been using the Dark Silver Tracer more recently. But we've also got some intelligence with the Dark Bead. Now you'll notice that we got invaded here. And I'm gonna stand guard for a minute, because you get invaded down here, you never know what it's gonna be. You don't know if it's... oh, fuck. You don't know if it's gonna be some sweat grifter twink like me. We'll just give it to him right in the back of the head. And we're gonna see him again later. And I want to talk a little more about him. Merry Christmas, Mond Levine. Whatever the hell that means. So we've dispatched the invader. That was actually the reason why I made this character, was to help new players against shitty invaders. And it kind of sucks because... and this was Christmas Eve / Christmas morning, and there was actually quite a lot of activity going pretty early in the morning, and I love that. You put your sign down, you get summoned. I don't know how, you know, this is all with randoms. I don't know how well these people know the game. So, I'm just gonna be the best tour guide that I can be. And I'm always happy to help out in the parish.
And the big man's always happy to see.
But a lot of the time, you have your sign down and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait and nobody summons you, and it's like, well, you know, I gotta do something, so you hit that invade button. And I try to give my opponents a chance, but if they don't really want to give me a chance, then there's not much I can do about that. This guy seems, for the most part, to know what he's doing. I'm seeing evidence that this might not be this guy's first rodeo, or he's looked in a guide or something. Black Knight sword, that's really good, of course. Grass Crest Shield. That's not only a fan favorite, but absolutely fantastic. Now we're summoning a Sunbro here, and her name is Hecate, which is kind of interesting. If you're into witchcraft and that kind of stuff, I'm not, but my beautiful wife is, and she tells me that it's not Hecate, it's actually Hecate. So if you guys read that as Hecate, well, I guess you're dumb like me. And it looks like she is, and we'll see her again in just a second, but it looks like she's some kind of sorcerer or something. Honey, I'll show you some real sorcery, not this, whatever you got. What, did you buy a couple of sorceries from, Griggs? That's a sorcery there, honey. Let's just get this shit over with. We all know what we're doing. And victory achieved. Merry Christmas to everybody involved there. We did get an invasion in. We did get a few invasions in, of course. And you know, when you get into somebody's game and nobody's name pops up, it absolutely does not say you've invaded the world of so-and-so. You've been disconnected, so that's nice. A lot of disconnections on that night. And every night, really. And I don't blame people who disconnect here either. It is a shitty place to be invaded. We've switched up to Mildred for our next session of co-op. And this is not what you want to see here, and especially you can really run into a problem where maybe the host is right up your ass, and we'll give it to the Black Knight right in his kneecap there. Maybe the host is right up your ass, and you're not exactly able to get back, and that's a real noob move. Or not necessarily a noob move, but that's something that someone would do if that person hadn't done a lot of co-op before. Because I guarantee if you ever find yourself in that situation where you're sandwiched between an enemy, I would consider even the Black Knights to be like almost a mini boss for the area. They are just brutal. If you've ever found yourself sandwiched in there, then you know that is a real tough situation. And if you have no poise, like Mildred here, pretty pitiful defenses if we're honest about it, your only choice is to parry your way out. And I was kind of confused as to the sequence of events there because... ah, fuck. Hit the wall. I love hitting the wall with this butcher knife. She's obviously been through here, but I guess she hadn't gone any further than this? And it really looks like she's kind of letting me do all the work, which as a summon, I don't have a problem with that at all. Normally I will take charge, as you see here, when I am doing random co-op with somebody. And I think some people might find that annoying, but I don't know. That is just the kind of that's just the way that I play when I play these games. If I know what I'm doing, I'm gonna lead. And I kind of get the feeling like she wants to be led as well, so... But I would assume that of a lot of people who have starting gear here. That hurt right in the spine. And we'll take another one right in the spine. And that was a good dodge by that hollow there. I was impressed by that. It did not save him, but it was pretty good. I have no idea where she went. I don't know what she's doing. I'm just going to carry on. I tried my target practice here, and you can see it wasn't all that great. When I co-op with randoms... Oh, fuck, where did he come from? I really enjoy when the host has a good grip on the game, knows what he's doing, he, she, it, whatever the fuck you want. So that we can kind of just bomb through it, because especially in an area like this, you've really got to keep your eye on the clock, and you don't want to get invaded. We had a pretty easy one with the first co-op session we did. We just dark beated him in the back of the head, and that was pretty good, but you're not always going to get a guy who's easy like that. Not to say he was easy, and I did mention we're going to see him again, so you'll see in a moment. Where the hell did she go? What is she doing? I don't have answers for these questions. I don't know what this person is doing, and then I get down here and I see, well, maybe I shouldn't have left her alone, because you know, this kind of shit can happen, and she might have felt like I kind of left her alone to die, and you know, that was not my intention. Sorry, honey, I thought you were right behind me. Now that we've thoroughly dispatched the enemies, I'm gonna try to coerce her into, you know, let's just get going, and I don't want to leave and then try to get you to summon me again. Come on, let's just get this done. Then there's no way you can be invaded. You've beaten the boss. Then you can go to Andre. I'm gonna do my absolute best to make sure you don't die in here, and everyone's gonna have a good time. And you'll notice here we got the same invader. And I'll give a quick, cheeky wave to Lautrec before we get going. And of course, we're going to chug up. Now, I do remember this guy. And I said, I'm going to do my best to make sure. Now, you know, I'm an invader. I tend to have manners, but... I'm sorry, dude. You go after my host, I'm gonna have to whack you. Now, we don't have Darkbeat here. We don't have Darkbeat here to bail us out either. I don't know what the hell the host is doing. I am not really sure. I haven't really watched this a whole lot, so I'm not sure her health bar was... too hurt by that whole thing, right? But I wanted to talk about this invader, because I was actually really impressed with this guy, and he's given me an idea for maybe something that I want to do, and I'm just gonna whack away at him until he's no longer alive. But like, look at what this guy's using, and GG to that guy. It was a pretty good effort. But this guy's using stuff. You know, I'm a Dark Souls nerd, but like, I don't know. Oh, that guy was wearing the leather gauntlets, and he had the Balder pants on. Like, I don't know every single goddamn little armor piece and all that stuff. And I like to size people up when I get in there, but I don't know every single thing. Oh God, what are these guys doing in here? So, but it just looked like the guy was using the Drake sword, which it just looked like he was using a combination of starting equipment and the Drake sword. Oh, like where the fuck did this guy come from? And I love that. I think that's really wholesome and refreshing to see something like that, where it's not some twinked out, you know, total asshole like, well, let's face it, like me. I really admire that somebody will make an invasion build with that. Not necessarily the Drake sword, but just stuff that you can get pretty early. I think that's commendable. And I might end up doing something like that too, just for a little bit more of a challenge. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. We need to get on with the boss, although now that we've been invaded, and we're not going to get invaded again for quite a while, and I didn't see her sneak up to the boss either, so whatever. But we got enough time. But now it's always a scramble when the guy went in, and now you're like, oh fuck, I gotta run to the boss immediately. The last thing I want is to have the host croak in here because I wasn't fast enough to get in, and then we got to do it all over again, and hopefully she can summon me again. But I'm gonna do everything I can do to make sure that that just doesn't happen. Gargoyles is a pretty easy fight. Sometimes I will break character during this boss fight. I've got a great club. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Large club +5, and I've got a great club +5. And those are for ultimate bonk action, as you can see here. I love the combos of the great hammers, and I really don't use a lot of hammer class weapons. I really don't like them too much, but it is fun to get something huge like this and just bonk with it. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for episode 3. I'd really like to thank you for watching. Probably going to do an episode 4 at some point. And, yeah, I'll see your fine ass later.